The third Swords of Justice Pokemon, Virizion, is now in raid battles, and the good news is you can actually duo this Pokemon. It's actually quite easy, you just need the right counters, and it kind of resembles Terrakion, which was the previous Swords of Justice Pokemon. You could easily duo that Pokemon as well, but Virizion is a little bit special because it actually has a double weakness to a specific type. I'm going to be going into detail regarding all of that, but in any case, let's jump right into it. What's good, everyone? It's me, it's Count, here with a brand new Pokemon Go guide video. Today I'm going to be telling you how to duo Virizion. He is the latest legendary to come to Pokemon Go. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to my buddy James Northey. He's one of the patrons on my Patreon, and he's also a member of the Chicagoland Pokemon Go Discord group, whom I raid with. And he's been helping me collect a lot of footage for these duos, and he's been duoing a lot of these legendaries with me. So yeah, he's a really great raider, and he does quite a lot of work in Pokemon Go. So a shout out to you. Thank you so much for helping me collect this footage. And if it's your first time here to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that little bell as well so you stay notified for whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel possible. Every little bit helps when it comes to YouTube. So if you want to support this channel financially, definitely consider becoming a patron on Patreon. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I set up some nice perks, so definitely go and check that out. But without further ado, let's talk about how you can duo this Pokemon. It's actually really easy, just like I mentioned. The secret is flying types. If you have an army of really high level flying types and your buddy also has a lot of nice flying types, you'll very easily be able to duo this Pokemon. It's actually really easy. And the reason for that is, of course, because Virizion is grass type and fighting type, both of which are weak against flying types. There's only one thing you have to watch out for, however, is that Virizion can also have the move Stone Edge, and Stone Edge is a really powerful move against flying types. But don't worry about that too much, I'll tell you how you can counter Stone Edge as well. But yeah, let's talk about some of the best fighting types that you could bring to Virizion. First and foremost, probably the absolute best Pokemon that you can bring against Virizion is Moltres with Wing Attack and Sky Attack. Of course, Sky Attack is an exclusive legacy move from its raid day quite a while ago, so if you do not have a Sky Attack Moltres, now is the time to look for those in trades. Moltres is also a glass cannon, so you want to make sure it's a high enough level. I would suggest bringing Moltres at around level 30 or level 40. That's essentially going to seal the victory if you have 6 of those. But let's say you do not have Moltres with either Wing Attack or Sky Attack. Well, there's plenty of other great options. Honchkrow with Peck and Sky Attack is going to dish out quite a lot of damage up against Virizion. And let's say you do not have either of those Pokemon, well, you could TM your Rayquazas to have Air Slash and Aerial Ace. That's also going to be extremely effective. Now let's say you do not have really decent flying types, because when have we ever needed really good flying types, right? Well, you could also bring a bunch of Mewtwo's with Psychic and Psystrike. And I also suggest you have a team of Mewtwo's ready, because they are really great to have as a second team. And of course, if Virizion has the move Stone Edge, well, you will want to go with Mewtwo. Mewtwo dishes out quite a lot of psychic damage, and Psychic is something that Virizion is weak against. Of course, it doesn't have that double weakness like you would have with flying types, but Psychic is still a really great type advantage against Virizion. Much like Terrakion, having a full team of Psychic or Psystrike Mewtwo's could actually give you the victory in a duo. Now, when I attempted my very first duo up against Virizion, I actually had a good mix of all of these different Pokemon. I had a Moltres as my leader. Of course, it had the move Fire Spin. I should have TM'd it to have Wing Attack, but that's besides the point. I also had a couple of Rayquazas with both flying type moves, and I also had some Mewtwo's to round it out. We didn't have a weather boost. In fact, Virizion was the one that had the weather boost, and it did kind of come down to the wire. But there were a lot of different factors that contributed to that. Of course, I did get kicked out of the raid almost immediately, and that was really unfortunate. And of course, me and my partner were experimenting with a lot of different Pokemon, so we didn't know what exactly was the absolute best counters. Considering that Virizion had the weather boost, we just didn't know, so we just experimented. But had I gone in with 6 Moltres with Sky Attack and Wing Attack, and if my partner did the same, then we absolutely would have crushed this Pokemon. It was actually really easy. I'll upload that raw gameplay footage tomorrow on my channel so you could take a look for yourself. It was actually really easy in spite of having all of these different factors go against us. Here's a couple of other tidbits of information for you regarding Virizion. Its perfect IV CP is going to be 1727, and if it's weather boosted, you want one that is 2159. Virizion gets boosted by cloudy and sunny weather, which are very common weather types, so expect to see a lot of boosted Virizions while it's here. And speaking of which, it will be available in Tier 5 raid battles up until January 4th, so you have quite a few weeks in order to get this Pokemon. And of course, if you want the weather boost for yourself, then windy weather is the weather boost that you're looking for. For all of its best counters, both psychic types and flying types, windy weather is the weather boost that boosts the damage of these types. If you want to duo this Pokemon, you want to be at least level 35 with your Pokemon to match, and of course you want to bring the counters that I mentioned in this video. But let's say you're not interested in duoing this Pokemon and you just want to know the bare minimum, well, you can definitely destroy this Pokemon with 4 trainers. In fact, yesterday I raided quite a few Virizions and we only had about 4 players within us, and only 2 of us were level 40 and the other 2 were level 28s, and there was like a level 31, and we were able to easily defeat this Pokemon with quite a lot of time available. So I do think 4 is the magic number if you're not trying to duo this Pokemon. If you really want to defeat this Pokemon, make sure you bring at least 3 other trainers with you. So yeah, there you have it everyone. This is my guide for how you can duo Virizion, and real quick I want to share some thoughts about how I've been perceiving these Swords of Justice Pokemon. To be honest with you, I've been really enjoying the fact that Niantic has made these Pokemon a little bit easier than usual to defeat. The fact that we've had 2 bosses in a row that we can easily duo is a really good thing for both rural players and for suburban players who do not want to go out and raid as much. Because of December, like, it's been really hard to get a raid group going because of the cold weather, especially here in Chicago where it could get below freezing. So I'm glad that Niantic has kind of pre-nerfed these bosses to be easily duoable. Because if there's anything that I've learned from the past, if the weather is super cold and if the boss is something that's really hard to defeat, well, people are not going to be motivated to come out and raid it. But with both Terrakion and Virizion, we've seen a lot of decent raid activities, so kudos to you, Niantic. It seems like you nailed it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Were you able to defeat Virizion? Were you able to 2-man it? Let me know how you did it in the comments section. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if it's your first time here. I am Count Jinsula, and I'll catch you all later. Hey guys, before I leave, I have to give a little bit of a spiel. I mean, when it comes to the YouTube algorithm, it's extremely difficult to gauge how successful you can be on YouTube. Like, there are some times where I have a ton of views on my videos, and there are some days where I just have no views on my videos, and it really comes down to the YouTube algorithm. And there's a lot of times where I get dinged for some of the songs that I pick or some of the footage that I show, and unfortunately it's because YouTube's copyright system is a little bit broken. But if you want to support this channel financially, I highly suggest you check out my Patreon. A link to it is in the description below. Your support definitely helps me out, and it helps support this channel because I would love to crank out more videos and increase the quality, and for that to happen, I do need your help. So definitely go and check out that link.